Come on, man. 2 words. How, Sway? 2 words. How, Sway? So, I've been watching Joe and Jada for the longest. I left it alone last month. And somebody was like, yo, Jada said something to Fat Joe about hogging the mic. And I was like, bet I go check it out. Fat Joe still talked after they told him he talked too much. Right? And then I was like, okay, Jada gonna start getting in, going back and forth. Last week I came to the conclusion Jada can't do it. Jadakiss can't talk. He might can talk on a corner stoop. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when it comes to a podcast conversation, I'm going to use the word they use, fluidity, Jada can't do it. I watched Jada, I timed it. He was quiet for a half hour. So now I'm like, okay, I see why Fat Joe be talking out of his mind. Because it's uncomfortable. Well, I did a podcast. And sometimes it's like, all right, you gotta say something because it's about to get dry. Not that my niggas was dry. I'm not saying that. But sometimes you feel it though. You gotta keep it going and say something. And I think, yeah. So that's the conclusion. And how we love Jadakiss. But yeah, Jadakiss can't talk. And I'm not saying he's I'm trying to use big words. Nigga, no, he don't got no big words. But I'm stopping, trying to nah, it ain't gonna happen. I'm not saying that he's inequipped to have a conversation, but what I'm saying, he probably can only talk. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Yeah, it is what it is, son. So that's the conclusion of the Joe and Jada show. They gonna have to do something about it because yo, I fast forward Joe. Stop it, and guess what? He's still talking. It be 20 minutes. So last week I took and watched it, and that's and that's 100. Maybe Jada got to go to communication school. You know, all that he been through in hip hop, I'm shocked. But Joe and Jada be having guests on the show, and you know, allow. For example, Al Bial was on the show. They didn't even give their listeners a chance for Al Bial to be known, to tell his story, because really he's a new artist, amazing, and they should have set him up to where as though, because their platform is big. At least get a young man to boost. No, soon as I'll be out, tell a story. Fat Joe want to tell his story. I'll be out and be talking about buying hot dogs at the hot dog stand at the New York Knicks game. And then Fat Joe go into his glizzy with Joe Budden. It's just like, after a while, their podcast will fade out because the listeners will be tired of Joe saying the same thing, the same thing, same thing. But don't get me wrong, I always got to give it up to Fat Joe. During the COVID, and he had that Joper Joan going on, because I'm a hip hop fan. That's all that I used to be. That's all that mattered to me. A Jay-Z, anything from hip hop, I wanted to hear from him because I couldn't relate to nothing else. My wife be watching all these TV shows, and I'd be like, I can't relate to none of this stuff. Cooking, You know, if it ain't nobody from the streets, not I'm not saying from the streets, because as we watch Method Man, he's from the streets, but he just did a whole 360, and America love him. You understand? So I'm not saying the streets. I'm saying somebody I can identify with. I can't identify with anything. So when Joper came through every day, I would have brought. If I got me a TS hat, and I'm not even a terror. You know, terror TS stands for Terror Squad. That ain't even my mindset, and that ain't how I'm wired. But I wanted to support them, and I stopped wearing Rock Nation hats, paper airplane hats, because I feel as though, yeah, I know that's childish. When I thought about it, my wife was like, "You don't want me to order you another black hat? Your hat getting dusty." I was like, "No, I ain't wearing them no more." She said, "Why?" I feel as though when we was in a state of emergency, Jay-Z didn't show his face to pep me up. Oh, sweat. Yo, I'm so childish. So, so Fat Joe did hold it. My alarm clock was lean back. The first the first 20 words. And I'm a Christian. I was just so mad that we was in a state of emergency and the people you poured into never called and check up on you. I was flabbergasted during that time. During the COVID time, hopefully we learned a lot about our friends, our best friends, the people we love, the people we support. It teach you, like, you know, your immediate family, your bloodline, mama, daddy, sister, brother. No, sorry about that. That was a mistake. If you're married, if you're not married, that order is cool. But when you marry, mother, no, sorry about that. Damn, I'm just. It probably been like this 7 years, and I've been married 31 years. Wife, don't ever get that twisted. Wife, mother, daddy, brother, sister, you cling on to your immediate family, because after a while, everybody gonna go to their own. It's just not. That's just human. That's the way it should be. You know what I mean? But you get to the point when the family split, you feel some type of way. But the way it's supposed, nigga, clean to your wife. You know, stop putting her on the back burner. You feel me? But yeah, but I'm back wearing my Rock Nation hats every here and there. I feel as though somebody told me you childish and you crazy. But another thing, like I said, I was a hip hop head. I'm an old man now. Ain't no way I'm gonna be running through the checker flag, running through the red light. Ain't no girl riding with me. Let's her head right. It's coming from a 50-year-old man. I can't relate. Even if I did have money, I got a you got a wife at home and you got these lyrics like you 18. I can't mess with hip hop no more. It don't got no nutrients in it. Can I get an orange every now and then, my niggas? Can I get an avocado, some cherries, a salad? Y'all giving me all pig. And other news, Ja Rule, you got three grandfathers on an airplane picking with each other. And that's my problem. God says everything what? Everything God made, it grows. So he expects us as human beings, his people, to grow. You got three grandfathers on the airplane. Then you got two grandfathers in the back, like they 60 hip hop. the forefathers, not okay, I can't say the forefathers because that'd be Grandmaster Flash. I don't know about them. But niggas that's 50 years old still shouldn't be acting and performing as if they 17 and 18 years old. Uncle Murder, and how much I love Tony Yayo. I love his on-time rawness. But when it comes to growing up, these hip-hop artists are not growing up. And guess what? It bleeds into the streets. All of us mimicked after a hip hop artist. The way we dress, the way we waste our money. We talking about trillions of dollars being made from hip hop. They don't got nothing to show for it. Zero. It's not too many that have anything to show for the work they put in. But guess who do got the money? Them people. They was raped. And they so much of a tough guy, they can't even be. I ain't want to go here. They so much of a tough guy and they so hard that they can't even tell the truth how they was raped by the industry. They can't tell the truth because they so hard, right? They can't tell the truth to help the next generation because of their pride. They got bucked in the butt with no Vaseline. No disrespect, church. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. We had Temptations, Isley Brothers, Padley, all they starting to get money now, but back in the day, I'm talking. Can you imagine R&B from the '60s? They got robbed. We got robbed as black folks. Still getting robbed, you know. And nobody coming out and telling the truth to help the next generation. Prince tried. Prince tried. I ain't gonna say nothing. Michael Jackson was underhanded, started buying the Beatles catalog, Elvis catalog. He was buying up Little Richard. He was buying up everything. They ain't even know. He did it under a white name. They found out it was Michael Jackson, and I ain't gonna say nothing. But anyway, let's get back to the three grandfathers. Ja Rule just put up a post saying, you know, I punked them suckers. They soft. I threw a pillow in Yayo's face. I'm saying to myself, see, now that social media out, everybody got to prove they suck. Just chill and relax. The more you show, the more your proceeds won't grow. If they can see you every day, put it in your damn book. The game should be sold, not told. Instagram got everybody telling everything. Blah, blah, blah. They got to seem lit. And you know them people rob y'all out of all y'all money. Three grandfathers on the train, on the plane, tripping. So now, if they only showed the 4-second video. Ja Rule had to do something. So they just put up a 4-minute clip, made them look good. Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. And that's it. Now, if they got some more, then maybe I'll believe that Ja Rule didn't do nothing and just left. But a real man will walk away and leave. If you love your life, there's too many people in jail not making love to a woman. You're going to make a crazy mistake. Knock one of them out. Word was heard plus hard on the boulevard that Yayo sued for $250,000 in the studio brawl. Anyway, we ain't going to say nothing. The moral of the story is this. Hip-hop has left us nowhere. It dropped us off to nothing. Got our babies carrying on, got most of us spending all our money and still don't own a home. We buying these expensive cars, leasing them, while living in the apartment. Anyway, I gotta go. Bobbie holiday experience. Wu-Tang Clan once said, protect your neck. Because if you don't protect your neck, what happens? Protect your neck that you may protect your mind, that you can see. You can have your head on the swivel. Why? People don't want to see you prosper. Now, black folks is attacking black folks. There's more black on black crime on the internet. Tony Yayo, or whatever his name is, put up the video. That's going viral. I just don't understand us black people. I really don't. I'm lost. Protect your neck that you may protect your mind. I gotta go on that note. Lord Father God, help these niggas. I ain't mean to say that. I gotta go. Peace, love.